That's a complete piece for the passenger side. That's gonna go right here. So yesterday we cut this window out, and then we added these extra piece because it was longer than 8 feet. So before we called it quits last night, we glued a strip behind this. We cut another, just a scrap piece of birch ply, used wood glue, and then glued it here and there. And then this morning what I realized I had to do is I had to make an entire inner frame out of the same thing so I get the right thickness. That way when I put the spacer in there to go between the wall panel and the window, I'll have an even amount of spacing to go through. So that was something that I forgot to do, but I did it this morning. It doesn't do anything to support the extra piece, but it was necessary. So now we're ready to paint this. We've got paint that sort of matches the headliner color, so we'll have mostly a gray interior.
What do you mean sort of matches? It's the perfect match. I spent a lot of time thinking about it.
Well, let's see. Let's see how it goes
It's
after
perfect.
you paint.
It's perfect.
So we got 2 pieces we got to do this morning. And then we'll let it dry. I don't know if we'll do 1 or 2 coats. It depends on how much paint we have. But we're going to paint with it off. And then we will see how much paint we have. If we have enough for 2 coats, we'll do a second coat. We'll let that dry. Do a little fine grit sanding to get it nice and smooth. And then we'll hang it up on the wall.
What would a profesh painter do? Paint in the sun or paint in the shade?
I don't know.
It's going to dry faster here. Is that good or bad?
I think in the sun, I feel like unless you're putting on like big globs of paint, that's going to leave streaks. Okay. If you put it on there fairly thin, you want it to dry.
Yeah, I do.
So, alright, let's see this color.
Ta-da!
Did you try dabbing it on there, see what it looks like?
Dabbing it on what?
In the wall.
No, it's perfect.
Okay.
There's no testing needed.
Alright, let's do it.
What part will be visible?
We won't really know until we get all the cabinets in there.
So we didn't do the thick one yet.
No, the spacer?
Yeah.
No, I didn't do the spacer yet. I think we can do the spacer once we get in there, see how much space we exactly need.
That's what I thought you were doing.
How's it look from over there?
It's hard to take a picture when there's sun and shade.
Yeah.
It looks good with my eyeballs.
Today's another windy day, but I would like to say that we've had a couple of non-windy days. We just didn't exactly take full advantage of yesterday. We did get a few things done yesterday, just not as much as we would have liked. But the things we got done, though, had to get done because the Croatian Consulate, this is the bottom support for everything that's going to go up. So we intentionally left out horizontal support for a lot of it because that's going to be done by the big, thick 3/4 inch birch ply. That's going to get screwed right to the top of all that. So this way we're going to have access from the front and from the back, like clear through. and still have plenty of support. So we didn't get that much done yesterday as far as the van is concerned, but we did put in these wall panels, painted them, and started on framing the bottom. Yesterday we did have to go down into town to go to the Croatian, well, here it's called Croatian Hall, but the Croatian Consulate comes to San Pedro to the Croatian Hall or some other office space every now and then to help out with like immigration, visa issues, because there's a big Croatian community here, which your parents are Croatian, they're immigrants, and through that you have your Croatian citizenship and still do the kids. But we had to go down there to see if you can get your passport, because you don't have that yet. And the kids, to make it easier for us to travel through the EU. Which is key, because then I can get, if you have your passport, then I can get my temporary residency card for the EU.
Yeah, you'll be stamped and you're treated as an EU citizen. So if you needed a visa for any other country, everything would be way easier for you.
Right, so what we learned yesterday is that it is windier today than the last couple days, but I will say we've had a couple of non-windy days, which I appreciated. What's going on over here?
Those kids in their pajamas.
Having my temporary residency card and you having your EU passport or a Croatian passport means that we don't have to deal with the Schengen zone as far as people are concerned, because that's mostly for people and travelers and immigrants.
That was a big tricky thing for us, because online,
because everybody talks about that,
and online I can't get a clear answer because all the government websites, like we weren't sure if that, because Croatia's not part of Schengen, but it's part of the EU.
Right.
So, but according to the consulate guy, consular guy. His name's Damir. He said that Schengen doesn't.
It's just for people.
It's just for people.
And it's not for EU citizens.
So
or temporary residents of the EU.
Yeah. So we shouldn't have to worry about that 90 days in and out rule out of the 180.
For the Schengen, but I think we do have to worry about 90 days in and out of each country.
Yeah, but we won't stay more than 90 days in a country.
No, and it's easy to go from country to country. And the thing is, for a lot of countries, there's not even like border checks.
Yeah.
So they really wouldn't even know. But for us to be in the clear, we would just follow the rules to the T and have lots of paperwork proving what we're doing.
Look it. Go clean it up.
Basically what we found out is that the Schengen is just for non-residents and non-citizens of the EU countries, and it's just for people. And so for our car, which was the next question we had, and you've gotten some answers from the EU as well, which is it just has to leave the Schengen,
the EU.
The EU. So we don't worry about the Schengen zone at all. Just worry about the EU every 90 days. And every time we come back, it renews for another 90.
No, the car is 6 months. So
180, okay.
The car can be in the EU for 6 months. You need to leave for a day or afternoon and come back and it restarts. I don't know how many times you can do that.
Yeah, nobody seems to know or have an idea, but
the EU has a website. I can email that more direct questions.
Yeah.
And get a hopefully a more direct answer.
So anyways, I don't know how many of you actually care who are watching this video, but that's what we did yesterday. And if you do care, if you have questions, we can help you answer what we know, but I can't guarantee that they're the right answers. Yeah. We'll put the link to the EU below. So you guys, so for those of you that want to find out more, you can go check it out. But today, we're starting to build the rest of this platform. So now we've gotten this set up now. Now we're gonna cut the 3/4 inch birch ply that's gonna go on top, which will make everything rock solid, in theory. And these are 2x3s, and we've used a combination of galvanized L brackets and pocket holes and 1.5 inch screws to secure everything down. So these are pretty solid, especially once we have the plywood in. So we're gonna do that.
Do you know how I know it's solid?
How do you know?
Because I goes on it.
Yeah, that's right. You were climbing on it like a monkey. this is not moving. We've got the bed platform, at least our bed platform, done. This is gonna be the footprint of our bed plus the floor of the cabinets on both sides. This corner right here, we actually had this whole thing platformed over with this 3/4 inch birch ply, and we would have left it as is, but we realized that we had this coming out too far. It came all the way out to here, and then basically the same footprint as the floor. But then we realized that, oh yeah, there's a little hook that needs to go in through this corner for the door to close. So that had to clear, and at the beginning we had it set up so it didn't clear. So I had to trim that out, cut all the stuff out, and then we decided, you know what, if we have something taller, like I have the perfect thing. So this turns out to be the perfect fit for our portable solar suitcase. Look at that. It fits nice and snugly in there, and the door still closes. We have one on each side. Our bed will come out to the edge, and then there'll be a wall here that'll go up vertically. That'll become part of the support for the kids' bed up on top. The thing that we decided early on by wanting to put windows in here is knowing that where the levels of the beds are going to be, the kids' bed will be pretty much smack dab in the middle of the window, which is fine with us actually, because that prevents us from having to put 2 windows, because what we wanted the windows for is ventilation while we're sleeping. So by having a window kind of be split level for top and bottom, as long as we can still open it and close it, it'll actually be better, because then both of us, top and bottom, will get air. So.
And if we have our bed platform there, even though we have a window that somebody in theory could climb through, they can't because our beds are in the way. So
it's true. For security.
So we could leave our window open if we want.
Yeah, they can't climb in and like open the door and start stealing stuff.
Well, Yoda might jump out.
Yoda could jump out, but
we need a screen.
But we like these windows though, because you can crack them and lock them.
So this is our storage area.
Oh, yeah.
So we did it. So we didn't put 2x3s here, so we'd still have 16 inches of space to slide bigger things like our barbecue and water jugs, and possibly our toilet under here also. So we left that 2 areas open here, and we supported the middle with these L brackets and pocket holes and 2x3s. And then at the very end of our bed where our heads will go, you see an opening there, and that will be a access area. This is where we're going to be sleeping, and our heads will go here. And so we left this space open here so we can have a little door some way. I don't know if it's going to go that way or this way, so we can access things here. I'm guessing maybe we'll have a few bins here for food and pots and pans and stuff that we might not be able to fit in this kitchen area. It'll give us easy access here.
Yeah, so I'm really happy with how much storage we're going to have down there. This is actually a ton of storage, and it's down low where you want it. Accessibility wise, we'll have this big opening here that we can get to stuff in the front, and if the stuff is in the back, we'll have to get to it through the back. You know, we'll have to figure out some way to kind of organize our things, either in bins or boxes or bags or something. That way we can kind of go in there. We can send one of the kids in there to pull out a box or a bag in case we can't get to it from here, and nobody wants to go outside. Just like in the 4-wheel camper, where things go will be really important, because the things that are hard to get to are things that we're going to use very infrequently. The things that we use all the time will have to be near the front, be up here. But I'm really glad though that we put the vinyl down, because it's making sliding bins and stuff in and out really easy, and making this OSB a lot more durable.
Yeah, so it's kind of hard to tell what we're gonna put where right now, because we didn't build out this kitchen area. So
yeah, this kitchen floor footprint that Marlene's sitting on, this is roughly 5 foot by 2 foot.
Yeah, because by the time we put our gray and fresh water here, our propane maybe with our heater here, and then your electrical system on that side, we might not have any storage for pots and pans and pantry. So that might have to just sit under here and have easy access for that. We might
Right.
have a cat hole here too, so she can. I don't know. We'll see. She
Okay.
likes hiding spots.
These front-facing framework right here, that's where the kitchen cabinet will attach to.
Yeah.
So all this stuff will be attached to this existing framework that we've built. Same on this side, this will be attached to that. So that's gonna make everything that we add over here really, really strong. And it's not gonna squeak. Right now, I mean, we haven't driven it
Yeah.
since we put it together, but nothing's gonna squeak. I mean, that's Marlene standing on it. The whole van is shaking.
Surfing moves.
We can kind of sleep in here now.
Yeah. There's no cooking in here yet.
Well, we could plug in the fridge.
Yeah, we can have cold beers and cold cuts.
We have the battery. Once I put together the battery
Yeah.
system, yeah, then we can have all that working. So here you can kind of see, get an idea of bed. So that we'll get out this way. And then there'll be a kitchen counter about this high right here. The kitchen counter will be this high. And there'll be kind of a wall right here. And I can probably put all the solar monitors and all that stuff on this side. There'll be wires coming out of here, so maybe I don't want to do that.
No, I think it's better here.
Yeah. But I have like switches and
It could be in the cabinet. We don't see
items.
it.
I feel like we made good progress today. Tomorrow's already Friday. Hopefully by the end of tomorrow, we will have the side cabinets sort of complete. And then we'll just work through the weekend to build the kitchen unit and the refrigerator unit. So there you go. That was day 18. We feel like we made a lot of progress, and probably it'll take us a whole other week to get it to the point where we can live in it,
We're still deciding.
which is okay.
Yeah, whether we're gonna build the kitchen area or if we can do some kind of IKEA hack to save time.
Yeah,
But
I'm
we'll
not
see.
sure. I'm not sure what we're gonna do. I think it depends on whether or not we have enough materials left from what we already bought. Again, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying this build still. It is going on week number 3 now, and our original plan was do this in a month, which I think we're on track. We're feeling pretty good. If you guys have any questions, comments, or suggestions for what we're doing, or any concerns even, we'll take concerns.
You guys
Go
are
ahead and
messing up.
Leave them in the comments below.
Would be nice
Some of you
about
guys
it.
have already voiced your concerns, and we've taken a lot of those to heart. We've made some changes based on those concerns, so I appreciate those. Keep those coming. If you're not subscribed, you want to follow this build, we're getting probably I think we're over the hump.
I think
So we're over the halfway mark for sure. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you are, it'd be great if you stay subscribed. It'd be really great.
so. Really good.
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys for watching as always. I'll see you guys tomorrow.